Quiet as it's kept, all music is Black music. I mean, folk music, soul, funk, R&B, rock and roll, jazz, country, pop, house, hip hop. Do you see a pattern here? Do you see a pattern here? I hope you do. So we are celebrating Black Music Month. And we're going to be focusing on sacred music, known as the fusion of gospel and Negro spirituals. That's the sacred music. Now, historically, Negro spirituals have the historical context of speaking about a specific time period, right? If you imagine being enslaved and using music as a way to be with the collective of people, to talk about struggle, to talk about pain, to talk about transmuting that pain and struggle to power. Very, very significant for us as Black people to know. And so I want to give you a gentle nudge to explore what those historical Negro spirituals are. But in today's episode of the Power Portal, which is the last episode of season 1, it's giving, although we've come to the end of the road. All right, y'all been rocking with me all season 1, and I'm super, super excited. So we're going to close out with a short and cute episode talking about my top 3 millennial Negro spirituals, because it's very important to think about the historical pieces, right? The traditional pieces, the ways of which Christian gospel and Negro spiritual music fused together to give us that traditional aspect. So important. However, it is also important to talk about how we've modernized it, specifically in hip hop. Okay. And when I think about the stigma of hip hop that it had back when it was formed over 50 years ago till today. And now I will in season 2 specifically highlight women in hip hop and talking about how hip hop is used to show that women are degraded. But if we really look at the lyrics, if we really think about the ways of which women and femmes in hip hop have really moved the needle to have us expanding what we think about as empowerment, yeah, get ready for that, babes, in season 2. Get ready for that, babes, in season 2. So we'll get there. But today, we're going to talk about these top 3. Now, before I get into the top 3, and y'all already know I'm a Virgo, I'm going to go above and beyond and give y'all a bonus. I want you to take a few seconds and really list off, what would you say are the modernized, millennial heavy Negro spirituals? What would those top 3 be for you? And if you want to be extra, what's those top 5 for you? Okay. Because for me, this is what I got for you. We're going to start with Swag Surfin' by Fast Life Youngsters. I say young gangsters, youngsters. Swag Surfin' by Fast Life Youngsters. Mainly, I consider this to be a modernized Negro spiritual, millennial influenced, largely because of the fact of the dance that comes along with it. But we're not talking about the Taylor Swift version of the dance. We're talking about when this plays in the club. We're talking about when this plays in the church. Okay, shout out to the Atlanta churches playing the swag surf. We're talking about when this plays at the cookout. We're talking about when this plays when Black folks come together and they look to their right and they look to their left. And they might do a quick sniff under their arms to check if their deodorant is lasting as long as they thought. And they know automatically what it is time to do. It's time to get swaggy. It's time to swerve with no water. Okay. It's time to surf with no water. That's the thing. That's what swag surfing is really about for me. So I want to break down some of the lyrics as to why I think that this is one of the top 3 that goes down as the modernized Negro spiritual. Now, I'm going to read it. Okay. You ready? Man, I got the swag. My hat matches my bag. You know I'm popping tags because, man, I got that swag. Okay. Now, when I think about these lyrics, it really has me thinking about the importance of the aesthetic when we get into spiritual vibes, right? It's like, oh, I'm looking good. I'm matching. I'm coordinating. Okay. That's really what it's giving. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, let's go a little further. I'm on hypnotic, exotic. See, this piece around hypnotic, that being a blue drink, made them feel right as if they were on some exotic tropical island. I'm drinking a blue drink, babes. Hypnotic. This polo on my body, got a bad girl beside me and her friend right behind me. And I'm swagging. I'm surfing. I'm swagging. I'm surfing. I'm swagging. I'm surfing. I'm clean like dish detergent. Now, when we take those lyrics, we think once again being fly, the polo on the body, talking about having the baddies all around. All around. Okay, that's important. And then to say I'm clean like dish detergent. So remember that part I said when people kind of look over and they say, wait a minute, hold on. Am I smelling fresh? Is that person next to me fresh? They said I'm clean like dish detergent. Okay. I mean, that's just the lyrics. That's just the lyrics. Y'all can go on and on and on. You know what I mean? And I'm not here to talk about how every lyric can potentially be degrading to people. Maybe, perhaps. But I get what they were doing. I smelled what they were stepping in. I get what they were putting down. You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Let's go to song number 2. Wipe Me Down by Boozy Badass Fox and Webby. Listen to these lyrics right here. Because once again, it's really about the dance that comes along with it. And we don't got to do extreme TikTok dances, right? Swag surfing is literally just arm around each other and you're rocking. You're rocking in a synchronized way. Wipe Me Down is literally having that person in the middle. You usually form a circle around that person and you're wiping them down. Very simple. You ain't got to rock your hips and doing the extra stuff. You ain't got to do it. It's just very simple. We all know exactly what to do. Okay. Lyrics to Wipe Me Down. I pull up at the club VIP. Gas tank on E, but all drinks on me. Wipe me down. Now, think about this. Think about this. This is the manifestation for me. It's the fact that, look, I may not have the money to put in my car. Okay. The car may not be able to move anymore because we on empty, but guess what? I got a credit card. I got credit. I got something to be able to pay for my friends. Because even sometimes if you don't got it, you're going to make sure the people that you love got it. All drinks on me. Say, look, I'm pulling up VIP because they know who I am, babes. Maybe they putting on my tab. Maybe they trust that I'm gonna come back and pay for all the stuff because I'm just trustworthy like that. Let's keep going. Fresh fade, fresh J's on the corner playing spades. I'm an ordinary person, but I'm paid. Wipe me down. What I love about this, once again, is the aesthetic, haircut, fly, sneakers on, got the Jordans on, and what they're doing in the corner, playing spades. Everybody knows spades, like how dice was back in the day. That's a black ass experience. It's black. Somebody in somebody's household know how to play spades. Okay. I like the part that says I'm an ordinary person. Okay. Forget John Legend. I'm ordinary people. I'm an ordinary person, but I'm paid. I like that. It's like I'm a regular nigga. I'm a regular nigga. I just got a little money. I'm just like you, but I'm paid. Now, this is the part where I really love some direction. One of these people got to have been Virgos because they were very clear. It says shoulders, chest, pants, shoes, shoulders, chest, pants, shoes, shoulders, chest, pants, shoes, shoulders, chest, pants, shoes. Very clear. You know exactly where to go. You know to wipe down the shoulders. Then you go straight to the chest. Then you go to the pants. And lastly, we're gonna wipe down them shoes. Very clear. Don't we love the clarity of it? You know we do. Because I remember I was in NOLA one time, turning up a few years ago. And when this came on, this dude got in the middle and everybody formed this circle. and just took turns wiping him down. And he looked so confident in the middle. He felt so good. It's a confidence booster, babes. It's a confidence booster. When you get to be that person in the middle and everybody just wiping you down, because when you step in the middle, you're basically saying, I consent for you to touch my shoulders, chest, pants, shoes. They know exactly where to go. They're not touching you in other areas. They're very clear: shoulders, chest, pants, shoes. So it's great because the people in the circle are affirming the person in the middle, and the person in the middle gets to just absorb all of that energy, all of that goodness. They could have had a bad day, but guess what? Not in the middle of the circle getting wiped down. It's a beautiful experience. What a way to honor the ancestors. Now, this next song, as I round out top 3, but I'm going to get you that bonus, so it ain't really done when I'm done with this, second to last. This one really has me thinking about slave rebellions. This one has me thinking about when ancestors who experienced chattel slavery were on plantations, and the overseers and the masters were doing too much. I mean, everything they did was just out of pocket, right? So it's given enough is enough. It's given I'm ready to fight. It's given I'm not dealing with this bullshit no more. Okay? I'm choosing violence today. That's what it's given. So we're gonna round this out with, you may have guessed it, Knuck If You Buck by Crime Mob. Let's get into these lyrics. Yeah, we knucking and bucking and ready to fight. I betcha I'ma throw them things, so haters best think twice. See me, I ain't nothing nice. See, what I like about this is saying, listen, I'm ready to fight. And you must have looked at me and thought that I was the one, but I'm not the one or the two. Okay? It's really giving that energy. Let's keep going. I wish a hater would get crunk on this crime mob crew. Rep your set. Let them know, don't mess with me, don't mess with my family, don't mess with my friends. Very clear. Now, enough is enough, boy. Rough and stuck, boy. Knuck is a must, boy. Knuck if you buck, boy. Now, boy is the patriarchy. Down with it all. Okay, down with it all. Now, this one right here is enough is enough. I've done taken enough of your shit, and now I've reached capacity, and now I'm ready to fight. Clear the room. Clear the room. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. The flawless niggas lawless. You be jawless, getting close to me. Bullets busting constantly, ravaging your city streets. Broken bones lay alone, scattered across the concrete. Knuck, if you bucking, you'll be ducking. If you get too close, in my eyes, you wasn't wise. I think it's time I knuck you, ho. Now, this right here, ravaging your city streets, it's giving I'm burning the plantations down. It's giving I'm going to just put everything in flames. Okay. I'm not dealing with it anymore. Okay. It's giving your jaw messed up. It's giving broken bones, no doctor. It's giving you better duck because the bullets is about to fly. And I like that part at the end because it's saying, in my eyes, you wasn't wise. Because if you think back to what I said before in that beginning part, it says, see me, I ain't nothing nice. So haters best to think twice. So in the beginning of the song, it's saying, you should have saw me and knew that I wasn't the one. But once again, your eyes were blurred. Your eyes had you thinking something else. Your eyes had you thinking that you could fuck with me. And now broken bones lay lone, scattered across the concrete. You get what I'm saying? So it's one of those things that you got too close. You tried it. You did too much. I reached capacity and now I must knuck if I buck. Ho. That's just what it is. And so everybody knows that when this song comes out, and I'm a club girly, I used to be hitting up the parties heavy, throwing parties, been in the parties, in the middle of the parties, dancing on the table, in the bar, the parties, party girl. But I always knew that when Knuck If You Buck came on, it was the time to get close to your homies who you came with. It was the time to potentially have to knuck if you buck somebody. And the DJ always knew, like, hey, point at somebody who you aiming this at. And it just got to the point where you really want to be next to your day ones because you never knew what was going to happen. I'm from Brooklyn, fights would break out. But once again, it's a Negro spiritual because Negro spirituals, if you think about it from a traditional sense, talked about pain. It talked about trauma. It talked about struggle. And what is pain, trauma, and struggle if it ain't talking about fighting and turning up, right? So as we round out, let's get into our bonus because I got to go above and beyond. Now, as I'm recording this in 2024, June 2024, what is a banger right now from Kendrick is They Not Like Us. Sometimes you gotta pop out. Okay, I mean, it's the vibes, and we know it to be true. However, I want to take us back. I want to take us back. I want to take us back to "All Right" by Kendrick Lamar. Lyrics go like this: All's my life I had to fight, nigga. All's my life I hard times like yeah, bad trips like yeah. Nazareth, I'm fucked up, homie, you fucked up. But if God got us, then we gon' be all right. Now, I know that last part, somebody preacher used that in their sermon when this song was out. I know it. But if God got us, then we gon' be all right. I know that was in somebody's sermon. I just know it to be true. So when I think about this song, this was a song that was played before I would protest and be out in these New York City streets and just really throughout the country protesting with my activist friends. And we'll play this as a way to get us riled up, get us to feel empowered, get us as just thinking about the reminder that we've always had to fight. We've had to fight the patriarchy. We've had to fight homophobia, transphobia. We've had to fight racism, sexism, colorism. So it's giving all my life I had to fight, right? But it's saying that we're going to be all right. Why? Because we got our homies, we got us, and we have our spiritual practices, whether it's God, whether it's Allah, whether it's Buddha, whether it's whoever you serve, or whatever you into, okay? It's saying that we're going to be all right, even though we've had to fight all our lives. Shout out to the color purple because that's really what it's giving. And so as I round us out, I want to do a quick recap. Really, it's giving 4. You're welcome. We got Swag Surfin' by Face. I'm by Face. Swag Surfin' by Fast Life Youngsters. I really, really love this episode. That's why I'm getting like, nyeh, 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 nyeh. I love it. Then we got Wipe Me Down by Boozy Badass, Fox, and Webby. Then we got Knuck If You Buck by Crime Mob. And we are rounding it out with All Right, We Gonna Be All Right by Kendrick Lamar. And as we wind down, I want us to think about a final thought. Good music will never die as long as Black people keep creating it. Remember that music in many ways is art, and art is always subjective. It's in our DNA as Black people to be creative. So if you're a music lover, keep listening to Black music in all genres. And if you create music, keep creating it. Even when you think no one is listening, your ancestors are. You got the juice now, babes. So go forth and live in your power. Thank you for listening to the final episode of season 1. And thank you for tapping into your power. All right, y'all. Closing out season 1 of the Power Portal. See y'all back for season 2.